You've been lied to about how muscle actually grows. Not by one person, by an entire culture. The gym culture that worships the heaviest weight on the bar. The one that made you think, if I'm not adding plates every week, I'm failing. So you grind, you ego lift, you bounce the bar off your chest, you half rep the squat, you jerk the dumbbells up with momentum. And you wonder why after 2 years of training, your chest still looks flat, your arms still look the same, and your joints are starting to complain. Here's the uncomfortable truth. More weight does not always mean more muscle. And the guys chasing the heaviest numbers in the gym are often the ones making the least progress. There is a growth mechanism sitting right inside your muscle fibers that most men never even activate. Not because it's complicated, but because nobody ever told you how the biology actions works. Today, I'm gonna break it down. What actually triggers muscle growth? Why heavy weight is only a piece of the puzzle? And the growth hack that builds more muscle with less weight in less time without wrecking your joints in the process. Stay with me through the biology section, because if you skip it, the hack won't make sense, and you'll go back to doing what everyone else does and getting what everyone else gets, which is not much. What actually builds muscle? Let's settle this once and for all. Your muscle doesn't grow because you lifted something heavy. Your muscle grows because of mechanical tension, the sustained stretching and contracting of a muscle fiber under load over time. Those are the three variables that matter: tension, time, and range of motion. Heavy weight can create mechanical tension, but only if the muscle is actually doing the work. And here's the problem. The heavier the weight, the more your body cheats to move it. Momentum takes over, secondary muscles kick in, range of motion gets cut short, the target muscle barely fires. So you lifted 100 kilos and your chest got maybe 20% of the stimulus. The rest went to your shoulders, your triceps, your ego. That's the dirty secret of heavy training done wrong. The weight went up, but the muscle didn't grow. Now here's where the growth hack comes in. The mechanism: time under tension. The science of time under tension. Your muscle fiber has two states during a rep. It's either shortening or lengthening. Shortening is called the concentric phase. Lengthening is called the eccentric phase. Most people rush both. They explode up, they drop down fast. Each rep takes 1 second. 50 reps done in a minute, chest barely touched. Here's the mechanism that changes everything. Muscle damage and metabolic stress, the two primary drivers of hypertrophy, are maximized not by how heavy the load is, but how long the muscle is under tension and how deep into the range of motion you take it. Research published in the Journal of Physiology showed that slow eccentric training, specifically controlling the lowering phase, produced significantly greater muscle damage and subsequent hypertrophy than fast explosive reps with the same weight. The slow rep creates more tension for longer across a fuller range, and your body is forced to build more muscle to adapt to that demand. Same weight, completely different result, just by changing how you move it. So if slow reps are more effective, why does every gym bro still chase heavy weight? Because the gym culture never told them there's an easier path to more muscle, and that path has a specific name, a specific protocol, and 4 rules that make it work. The protocol is called the 3-4-1 method, and it's built around one simple idea: control the tension. Don't just move the weight. Here's how every rep works. 3 seconds down. This is the eccentric phase, the lowering. Most people drop in half a second and waste every ounce of potential muscle damage. 3 seconds forces your muscle to fight gravity the whole way down. That's where most of the growth happens, and most people skip it completely. 4-second pause at the bottom. This is the most uncomfortable part and the most important. At the bottom of the movement, your muscle is at maximum stretch under load. Holding that position for even 1 second floods the muscle with metabolic stress and activates deep muscle fibers that fast reps never reach. 1 second minimum. No bouncing, no momentum, just the muscle. 1 second up. Controlled concentric. Squeeze at the top. Don't lock out. Keep the tension on the muscle. Never give it a rest. That's 1 rep. 5 seconds of real muscle work versus 1 second of momentum and ego. And here's what changes when you run this protocol. You drop the weight by 30% and feel twice the burn. Your muscle is doing 5 times the work with less load on your joints, less pressure on your spine, less risk of injury, and more actual hypertrophy stimulus than the heavy ego set ever gave you. The protocol makes sense, but most men will try it for a week and quit because they make 4 mistakes that quietly sabotage every slow rep set they do. The third mistake is the one nobody talks about, and it's probably the reason your arms haven't grown in months. Mistake 1. Dropping the weight too fast on the way down. The eccentric killer. Watch anyone do a bicep curl. They curl up slowly, then drop it. Half a second. Weight crashes down, they do it again. That drop, that's the money. The eccentric phase of every movement is where the most muscle damage happens, and most people throw it away every single rep. Think of it like tearing a piece of paper. The slower you pull, the more fibers rip at once. That micro damage is what your body repairs into bigger muscle. Drop it fast and you skip the tear. You get 0 stimulus and 0 growth from that phase. 3 seconds down, every rep. Non-negotiable. Mistake 2. Letting momentum do the work. The momentum trap. Momentum is the enemy of muscle growth, and almost every gym bro is addicted to it. You see it on the bench press, bouncing the bar off the chest. You see it on the curl, swinging the whole upper body back. You see it on the lateral raise, jerking the dumbbells up with a hip swing. Every time momentum kicks in, the muscle shuts off. The physics takes over, and your chest, your bicep, your side delt stops being the engine and becomes a passenger. Momentum moves the weight. Muscle tension builds the body. Those are 2 completely different things. The 3-4-1 method kills momentum by design. You cannot use momentum on a 3-second eccentric. The tempo forces honest reps. If the weight is too heavy to control, drop it. Your muscle will thank you, your joints will thank you, and your mirror will thank you in 6 weeks. Mistake 3. Training in a partial range, the half-rep deception. And this one is silently capping your gains. Your muscle has a length spectrum, fully stretched to fully contracted. Most men are training the middle 30% and ignoring the rest. Here's the biology. When your muscle is at its longest stretched position, under load, that is when the mechanical tension is highest. That's where the deep muscle fibers activate. That's where the growth signal is loudest. But getting there is uncomfortable, so most people never do. They bench to 2 inches above the chest. They squat to parallel and bounce back up. They curl halfway and call it a set. Comfortable reps, 0 deep stretch, 0 deep growth. Recent research out of Brazil compared full-range reps to partial reps on multiple muscle groups. Full range of motion produced significantly greater hypertrophy every single time. Same weight, same volume. One group took the muscle to full stretch, one didn't. The full range group won. The stretch is not optional. It is the point. Mistake 4. Going to failure on every set. The failure trap. You've heard it 1,000 times. Train to failure. No pain, no gain. Leave nothing in the tank. And so you do. Every set, until you can't move the weight. Every session, until you're wrecked for 3 days. Here's the problem. Training every set to absolute failure crushes your nervous system, kills your recovery, and forces you to reduce volume, because you simply can't do enough quality sets when every set leaves you destroyed. The research is clear. Most sets should be taken close to failure, 1 to 2 reps short. The final set of each exercise goes all the way. That combination gives you maximum stimulus without maximum nervous system damage, which means more sessions, more volume, more growth. Over time, the lifter who trains smart for 12 months beats the lifter who grinds themselves into the ground every single time. Consistency beats intensity, always. 4 mistakes fixed. Now, here's how to apply this to every major muscle group so you can walk into any gym, drop the weight by 30%, and feel more growth in 1 session than you felt in months. How to apply the 3-4-1 method to every movement. Chest, incline dumbbell press. Lower the dumbbells 3 seconds. Take them all the way to a deep chest stretch, past the level of your chest. Hold 1 second at the bottom. Feel the stretch. Press up and inward. Squeeze at the top. Don't lock out. Keep the tension on. You will need to drop the weight significantly. That's not weakness. That's finally training the right muscle. Back, cable row or dumbbell row. Let the weight stretch your lat at the start. Fully. Shoulder forward, arm long. Then pull 3 seconds from stretch to full contraction. Hold at the top for 1 second. Squeeze your shoulder blade hard into your spine, then lower 3 seconds back to full stretch. Most people never feel their lats. This is why. This protocol fixes it immediately. Biceps, incline dumbbell curl. The incline position forces the long head of your bicep into maximum stretch before you even start curling. Lower the weight 3 seconds to full extension. Don't let your elbow swing forward. Hold at the bottom. Feel the bicep pulling. Curl slowly. Squeeze at the top. If your arms haven't grown in 6 months, it's because you've never trained the long head under full stretch. This changes that. Legs, Romanian deadlift. This is already the best leg exercise for time under tension, but most people rush it. Lower with control. 3 full seconds. Feel the hamstring stretch pull at the back of your knee. Hold 1 second at the bottom. Drive the hips forward. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Your hamstrings will be sore in places they've never been sore before. That's new tissue being built. Shoulders, lateral raise. Drop the weight massively. Raise 3 seconds, hold at the top for 1 second. Lower 3 seconds, don't let your arm drop below your hip. Keep the tension on the side delt. The side delt responds to volume and time under tension, not to how heavy the dumbbell is. 10 slow reps of 8 kilos will build more width than 20 swinging reps of 20 kilos every time. Programming the growth hack. Here's how to set this up. Weight selection. Drop 60 to 70% of what you usually lift. For the first week, this will feel embarrassingly light. By rep 6, it won't. By rep 10, you'll be questioning your life choices. That's the point. Sets and reps. 3 to 4 sets per exercise, 8 to 12 reps per set, at full 3-4-1 tempo. Most sets close to failure, 1 to 2 reps left in the tank. Final set, all the way. Rest, 90 seconds between sets. The slow tempo creates more metabolic fatigue than standard reps. You'll need the rest. Don't skip it. Progression. Add reps before adding weight. If you hit 12 clean reps with perfect tempo, next week add a small amount of weight and start back at 8 reps. This is slower progression, but it's real progression, and it builds denser tissue than the ego progression of adding weight and losing technique. Frequency. Each muscle group 2 to 3 times a week. The slower tempo creates more stimulus per session, but it also creates more fatigue. Respect the recovery. The growth happens between sessions, not during them.
Your muscle doesn't care about the number on the plate. It cares about tension, time under load, and range of motion. The 3-4-1 method gives it all three. 3 seconds down, 1 second at the stretch, 1 second up. 4 range, controlled tempo, honest effort. Less weight, more time under tension, more muscle stimulus. Less joint stress, better range, better results. The gym coaches sold you on heavy weight as the only path. It was never the only path. It wasn't even the best path. The best path is the one where your muscle actually works, where the tension is real, where the stretch is deep, where every rep is honest. Stop chasing the number on the bar. Start chasing the feeling in the muscle. That's the growth hack, and it's been sitting there the whole time. Drop a comment below with the weight you're dropping. Tell me which exercise you're applying the 3-4-1 to first. I want to see how many of you actually try this today, not next Monday, today. If you want the complete training system, every muscle group, full programming, exact progression, I've already built that. Watch the home workout blueprint video next. It runs this protocol across every movement for 12 weeks. Stop chasing heavy, start chasing growth. They are not the same. Now you know the difference.